Hi, I'm gonna create a new video session here to show off a little bit of the functionality in our latest integration, which is coreBOS and OpenStreetMaps. Here we have jumping right in. We have the first screen that you get as soon as you go into the extension. It is very organization or accounts, contacts, and leads centric. Okay, basically everything is rotates around those three entities and their address. Okay, the module, the extension is basically self-configurating. Okay, it has a same set of defaults, and if you try to search for anything, if it doesn't have that information for that account or for that record recorded in the database, then it automatically goes and picks up the latitude and the geo information it needs and saves it everything. The functionality is rather simple. We have three or four tabs here, which I'll go through in the demo. But the first one is the filters, and basically shows us a pick list where we can select which module we want to work with. In this case, I'm going to use organizations, and it shows us all the filters in that module. If I change the contacts, you'll see that here the filters change, showing me the filters that exist on that module. Okay, so we can click one or more and automatically click update, and automatically I see here on the right the list of records in the filter, and they have been situated in the map. Okay, so if I click on one of these icons, I get the information of that account with some other fields that are there and some actions which I'll go over right now. Before that, I want to go in and check another filter so we can see that I should get more than 2 records now. In fact, I got 106. That means that the second filter was a little more more data. I get here some icons with the different filters, and this one here exists on the other filter. Okay, I can also click on any one of these here, and this will take me. Okay, this button here will take me directly to wherever that account is. Okay, these are all seems to be, oh, it's all full here. This is United States. Oh, it's all full. Okay, so most of these are there. As you can see, we can click on any of these. It will show us the information of that account. Okay, we could also filter that by users. So if I just wanted to see those 106 assigned to this user, I would get the whole 106. That doesn't, oh, that didn't update correctly. Let's see what happened there. If I can get that. Okay, there it is. Check that. So there are 10 assigned to that user. So if I hit this one, for example, it takes me to Tampa. And if we open up this one, I click on the name, it will take me to the record, and I should see that the assigned to is effectively this user. Okay, so you can see also it's very easy to go, just clicking on the name, we can go to the record exactly. The functionality is, as you can see, rather intuitive. It's not difficult at all. We could also mix entities. Okay, and here I have only organizations. I could jump into contacts, select a filter on contacts, and I should get here some more instead of 10. I'm gonna get a few more. By what it's taking, I should get some 15. Okay, see if you can see here. Now I do have a mix of organizations and contacts. It's still respected the test user, okay, for the filters on the organizations, but That means that's why it took so long, because it actually went through the 106 that we had before and made sure it had only those filters, and then it looked on the context. So the more filters you activate, the more conditions. Obviously, it gets harder to get them all. Here we have the contacts shows us that they're going to be with a little green icon. So if we go to check on any of these, oh, okay, this one has effectively that green uh, icon, and this should be a contact. If I click on it, it should take us to the contact. Perfect. Okay. So basically, functionality is very intuitive. Now, besides the contacts, accounts, and leads here, we have a few more tabs. One is tickets. Tickets is basically the same idea with filters, but it's going to try to find let's ask for high priority tickets and update. It's going to look for those tickets that are on this filter, and then it's going to look for the account or contact related to those tickets, and it's going to show us the accounts and contacts. Okay, so it's not really showing you the tickets themselves, but it's looking for those companies or contacts that you have open tickets or you have high priority tickets, so that you can see more or less the zone, the places where your tech team is working or where they have to go. So answering questions like, okay, we have a new trouble, and we have a new ticket coming in. Who can attend it? You know, you can search quickly around who is working in that area very easily. Okay, that kind of answers and that kind of questions. Okay. In this case, we have this one here, I guess this one. For example, as you can see, now we get more information. Now I have the company and the list of all the tickets that it has open. So this one has 4 open tickets, high priority open tickets. Okay, so, and all the contacts that are in there. Okay, so the questions basically, and now I have a whole bunch of other organizations here, because what I have here are those organizations that have high priority tickets open. Okay, so it's a special kind of functionality. It's not exactly looking for the records themselves, not the tickets themselves, but the companies and the open tickets that are there. Okay, it's a little bit more specific than just the filters. Okay. Visits is exactly the same. If we open this up, I don't know if I have any tickets on this demo, but let's go from April to today for all users. Get rid of those, and let's update, see what happens. Oh, that was nice. Okay. I'm gonna have to get rid of some of the filters so that will load a little quicker. And then we'll go back and see the ticket, the events tab is basically the same. Let's get rid of some of these. Get rid of this one, it's kind of heavy, and let's leave this one. Something like that. This actually goes out and looks for the addresses on the OpenStreetMap server. And if we have some incorrect, okay, this one's stuck here. Let's update this one, see if I can get rid of some of these. Okay. Okay, now we're back to just 2, so it'll be a little quicker. And let's do this one again. The 1st of April to this one, and we'll look for all. Okay. Anyway, I'll see because probably it was I undid the leads. Okay, it didn't show me any events on the calendar. Probably because I don't have any in the demo. Well, anyway, I'll check that out because it was working. Let's give it one more try. Go back another month. Okay, there we have some. Okay, okay. As you can see, basically, I have 3 events in this range of dates, and I have one for each module. And what it does is very similar to what I just showed with the tickets. Whereas you can, it actually shows me the companies or the records, the leads. As I said at the beginning, it's very account, contact, and lead centric. Basically, you're looking for your clients on the map. And so it's going to show me that I have an event with this client, or I had an event with this client. If we open this one up and we go to the events, I should have one for, I have more than one probably in that date range. I do have one. Okay, so like I'm saying, basically the visits, the events looks on the calendar very similar to what the tickets does. It looks for the events on the calendar, but it shows you the account and the contact that's related to the event. So you can kind of quickly see what events or what clients you have to visit in a certain range or on a certain dates. And you can see the zone, the physical geographic zone where you have to go visit them. So it's a little bit more advanced search than just the filters. Okay. The radius search is basically exactly what it says. If we go to this, okay, let's pick this up and let's come over here to the filters and get the organizations back. Okay, I have my 2 organizations here, and if I want to do a radius search, what we can do is go here. We can pick an organization from our list, and basically what we need is the latitude and the longitude and the kilometer radius that you want to search on. Okay, that's what we need. We need the latitude, the longitude, and the radius. Okay, so if you know the latitude and the longitude, the geographic coordinates, you can just put them in and then just do the search. In this case, what I'm going to do is look for one of my clients, and I'm going to click on this button here, which is the Get Coordinates button. And what that's going to do is going to go in, look for this record, find its latitude and longitude, and show that and fill it in for me. Okay, I could have put them in manually if I knew them. Since I didn't, I looked for a client and I just asked it to fill it in. And I have a radius of 24. It's fine. If I hit the draw circle, you see that what happened is that it centered that position, okay, for this client, and it showed me in this radius, this 24 kilometer radius circle, all the information related that's inside. Okay, it showed me the company itself. I have here a contact, another contact. This is another account that's in that circle. This is also contacts, accounts, basically all the accounts and contacts. Those are the modules we have activated. Okay, I'm going to do this again in a moment with more modules activated, and you'll see that we'll get a little bit more information here. As an additional feature, you could get this list and automatically put it on a segmentation list. Okay, you should know that coreBOS has a module which is a segmentation list. Basically, it's a module where you can kind of record list market segments, and you put your clients and your contacts in there so you can do mass emails and mass operations with them. Okay, so what we have here is that once you have launched the radius search and you get a bunch of information and related records to that circle, you can automatically add all that information into a segmentation list so you can do mass actions with them very easily. Okay, and that's okay. And the next idea here is that we have Let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't talk about that. We'll do that now. Okay. The next tab is to create clients and things. Okay. So, for example, if I want to create, oops, here, let's close this one. Okay. If I want to create information, I want to create radius. Okay. If let's suppose, no, okay, I want to clear up the circle. Okay. Here we have, again, I'm back at basics, the search. Okay, so now suppose that I want to create a new contact. I know where they live, and I want to create that contact. Okay, so for example, I can come over here to the search here, and I can put in the address. For example, Angular primer dos. Okay, that's an address here right next to where we are. And I'm going to click on that, hit the enter button so that it will search for me. I should have searched for me. There it is. Okay. Okay, so it located that exact address. Okay. Here, if I try to click on this button here, it doesn't do anything because it's this person is not actually an existing contact or account in my system. Okay, so all I have to do is click here, click on the map. Oh wait, I've got to come over here to the new client, and I'm going to create a new contact. So I click on this, and it opens up a creation screen with all the contact, and it filled in for me the address, more or less. The address is not exact. Okay, it's not perfect, but it did try to fill in as much information as it could. I could have created a contact exactly the same way, and it fills in the information as best as it can. So it's kind of a helper thing. It's not exact, but more or less it will help you create contacts and things like that very quickly. Okay, going back to our filter, let's see a few more other functionalities that we have in here, which is basically directions. As you see, the OpenStreetMap integration knows where the company is. It gets the company information from the settings, and it will center that information here on your map. Okay, this is the special icon where it says this is you. Okay, so if I want to go here to see, if I want to visit this client, for example, or let's click the one above. Let's get in a little bit closer so it's easier to see. I want to go see this client here. So I have here a bunch of information that we can see. Okay, I have the information, and I have some functionality here. I have directions, reload coordinates, draw circle, and clear circle. Okay, if I click on directions, what I'm asking the integration to do is to get me the driving directions from my company to that company. As you can see, I get all the steps here, and I get the directions on the map. Okay, very, very easily, very nice. But we can take that a step further, which is the direction between marks. Whereas I can close this one, I can click on this client. Let's click on this one again. Sorry. Okay. And let's suppose I want to go to see this. I'm visiting one client. Okay, the idea would be I'm visiting one client. Okay, again, let's do that again. Okay, I'm visiting one client, and I want this to be my start point. So that filled in the from over here in the directions between marks. And I want this one to be my destination. Okay, so now I'm not asking for directions from my company to that company, but from one company to the other, because I'm probably visiting both, and I want to kind of route the places that I have to visit. And that should be that easy. In this case, okay, it tells me exactly how to go from one company to the other. Okay, very, very nice. functionality, and could be useful to, you know, to organize your day and where you're going to visit and where you're going to go. Okay, besides this, we have a few other things that we can do in there, which is the reload coordinates. Forces, basically we cache all the information so that we don't have to go to OpenStreetMaps every time. But you can force that update if you want to. Draw a circle will draw a circle. It's the radius search that we just did a few moments ago, but located on a client. Instead of looking for the latitude and longitude, basically what you're doing is you say, this client, do the radius search there, and it does exactly the same thing that we just did, but it has the latitude and longitude from the client that we just clicked on. And then you can clear the circle. Okay, so basically that's all the functionality that we have on this thing. Now, there's a few more other things that I want to comment. First is that while we did this, we also enhanced it so you can use any module you want on these searches. Okay, not just the account, contact, and lead kind of centric thing that's here. To do that, we go into settings. So I opened up here a new tab. Go to Module Manager. Here we have our OpenStreetMaps integration, and I can click on Configuration. Here it shows me the modules that are active. Okay, basically contacts, leads, and organizations. But as you can see, I have a list and I can add all the other ones. Okay, so if I wanted to add, for example, opportunities, I could just click here. That should give me a message up here saying that everything was saved correctly. The module is already active. And I could go and load it. But first, I want to show you that if we click on the row on itself, or on the hammer, the settings hammer here, I get a list of options for this opportunity. Okay, for this module. In this case, it asks me if I want to get the address information from the account, from the related account, the opportunity, from the related contact, or if I want to specify a certain set of fields specifically. Okay, so the idea is that opportunities is related to accounts and contacts, so it's easy for the system to go and look for the address information on the related account and contact, which is basically what you want to do anyway. But if you have a new module, your own module that you created, or if you're using some other module that doesn't have address information or a direct relation with accounts or contacts, you can specify the fields that you want us to search on. Okay, I'll do an example with that after this one. Once we have that, we have a list of fields that I want to show. Okay, so I can show the category, the lead source are activated. I can pick the amount, or I could even click, I don't know, the type or the expected close date. I can show, I'm telling the integration what information I want to see when I click on the icon and it pops up the screen. Okay, I'll show these should, I'll go see it. Then it tells me if I want to show contacts related, if I want to show tickets related. Basically, it would go to the account and look for the tickets related. Okay, very important, but usually not in this case, doesn't seem very interesting. Then we can show an image. In this case, there's no images on opportunities, so there's nothing to do there, but we could. I'll show that. And then we have the custom markers, which I'll show also next. Let's save this. And let's reload here. Okay, now I should have opportunities in the list. It shows me the list of opportunity filters, just like before, and I can ask it for potentials 1, for example. And that should show me the records on the map. Probably have a lot of those. Not too many, 7. Okay, so as you can see, I have the green icon for the potentials 1. And in fact, I have one here. I can click on that one. This is an opportunity. If I click on this, it will open up that opportunity in another screen. As you can see, I have the date and the employee, which is probably, what did we do here? No, this one. We clicked the amount, the category, the expected close date, the lead source. Okay, the lead source is probably employee. This is the expected close date, and I don't have the amount because it's probably 0. It tries to optimize the space for that. Okay, the amount, I know the amount, I know forecast. Where's the amount? The amount, it does have a value. Okay, we'll check that. And the lead source is employee, and the expected close date is this one. Okay, that's good. So the amount, it didn't show. I'll try to see what happened there. Anyway, as you can see, you have control over the information that you want to show here. And all the rest is basically the same. I mean, you have the directions. You can go to see this direction. It takes you from your office. Just like before. I mean, it treats any module exactly the same as the accounts, contacts, and leads that we just showed before. Okay. It's basically that easy. We just come over here to settings and activate whatever you need, and more or less it shows that information for you. Okay. Now let's see. I have on the same way I just did this. We have also you can also configure what you want to see on the other modules. For example, for organizations, accounts, I'm showing the created time, the email CF. Let's see if that's true. Come over here, open up this one. This must be the email CF. I'm showing the telephone, the created time. Okay, that information actually is that created time, that email, this other email, all that information is actually coming because I selected it here, okay? And if it's not empty, okay? But in my accounts, I have a logo. I have an image. Let's check that out. Oh, let's open up this company, and I added a custom field here, which is the logo. Okay, it's empty for this module. Okay, it's a custom field. Just you just jump into the custom fields, pick the image, and create that image. I'm going to edit this company, and I'm going to add a logo here. Let's get one of these. Look at this one. Where are you? This one. Okay, save that. Okay, I have this very big image here. And now if I ask for this information again, I have to update again because it comes in once. I think I didn't have it. Okay, did I save that? No. Okay, I want to show the image. I pick the image field, save. And now let's do that again. Okay, now I should be able to see that image in the information. Okay, so basically you can pick any information you want. You can see it all on the map. Okay, one last thing that I would like to show was in this same line that you can do any module. Let's get rid of this one so it goes a little quicker. Now I just have my two accounts. I created some custom fields. No, not this one. I want to see this one. Support inventory services. Okay, on the services module, I created a bunch of custom fields, which are basically an address. Okay, I put the address field, the city, the zip code, the country, the state, the street. Okay, and I added an image field. Okay, this is all done through custom settings in the module manager, display layout. I mean, there's nothing special here. Now I filled in this address fields, and over here on the configuration, I can activate that service module. Then click the information here, and as you can see, it says, okay, you have your own set of address fields. I clicked on the select fields here, the obtain from module. I clicked those custom fields. Again, I picked which information I want to see, and On the images, it shows me that I have an image, I have a custom image, and that I want to see it. Okay, so let's reload this. Now I should have services here. Very good. And we can pick any, so let's pick the all filter. I don't have too many services. Okay, and so it went in and it's treating them just like any other. As you can see, I have 3 services with addresses on them. They're on the blue filter. Record not found in various. Okay, no, let's look for this one. Okay, they're over here. And so now I can click on any of these, and as you can see, it's actually showing me all the information that I picked. And I can do exactly everything I was doing like before. Directions, I can draw the circle around it. As you can see from the circle, it's let's make it a little smaller. And as you can see in the circle, okay, hold on, make that smaller. Let's do that again. This one, draw a circle. Okay, and the information it's showing me is this is a service. Actually, is a service. Okay, so and I suppose that we could even we should even have probably opportunities here. These are okay, healthcare. These are I'm not sure. Okay, anyway, it does try to show you all the information for those modules that you have selected. Okay, and active in the. So basically, that's how it works. That's what it does. And if you need any information about this, I would first contact Gerald Bigot in coreBOS CRM, coreBOS-CRM.fr. French. Okay, and you, okay, yeah, well, look for us or look for Gerald here. He'll be able to help you with implementing this. He's the one who knows more about this integration than anybody else, and he's the one who's promoting it especially. So I would contact there first, and if you need any help, obviously we're here also to help you get this working or enhanced or fix any bugs that could probably appear. Well, no, thanks for listening.